Let's go. Let me just let me know when the music is in a sweet spot. Let me know if I should. I was buying some carpet last night, so I have some stuff. And I love you too, guys. Good evening. A good day. Oh my fucking god, with the evening, man. I need to stop with that. So annoying. Good evening every time. Is the music it's dobro, okay. Dzień dobry. Is the music loud enough? We're gonna play a little bit instrumental today. So yeah, then we're gonna just made a quick playlist here. Such Boogie actually belongs there as well. So let's add this fella. Let me just see. Bad Horsey. Yeah, we could add Bad Horsey too. Up in the Sky, sure. Voice of Soul, Holy Driver, no, none of that belongs here. It's going well, my friend. Last night I coded pretty long. I converted a lot of the front-end project to TypeScript, so yeah, we're gonna continue. So it was going very well, man. I mean, stream by stream, this project is becoming more stable. You know, we're not doing this in any good agile, ship fast, fail fast way. I don't care. So we're gonna yeah, spend for sure a couple of more streams on stabilizing things and stuff like that. Some people will find that fun and watch, some will not, and that's what it is. That's what it is. That's how it is. Let me just close up a bunch of stuff because I was using ChatGPT a lot last night. You know, just to speed up the conversion to TypeScript. Yeah, okay, I can close this as well. Yeah, this failed last night. Yeah, okay. So basically, as I was saying, my new table, nice, man. Congrats. I like the surface. Yeah, drill some holes in it. I can give you some tips, and then it should be great. All right. So as I was saying, yeah, the front end now is in TypeScript. Is it fully in TypeScript? Absolutely not. That's what we're gonna do now. But before we do that, so we're gonna continue, yeah, doing a lot of stuff. Some of that's gonna be random. Some of that's gonna make sense instantly, and that's what it is. That's how it is. I will just do one thing that I noticed last night, which is in the actions I had some. I actually had some things which aren't async things, but they were just services. I'm actually gonna move these. So we had logout. No, is it logout? No. Register. Yeah. So we have this register, right? So we're gonna start there. I'm gonna go to services user, I guess, request user. Yes, I'm gonna move this fella over here. Gonna do this. I'm just gonna seek if there's anything else that's not an async tank. Async tank. Yeah, I think all of the rest stuff does belong in here. All right, beautiful. All right, cool. That's gonna fail expectedly, right? Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do now, we need to make our request to be written in TypeScript, right? So logically we'll use the robot for that, and we're gonna say, hey, my dear Jean-Claude Van Debug, turn this into TypeScript. So we're gonna kind of be doing this slight polishing, refactoring gradually, slowly. This is not gonna be a stream where we just write TypeScript and turn things in, but we need to do the core things so they don't complain too much. So we're gonna just do, yeah, some stuff like this that's very simple, right? It's actually strange. Why is this playing? This is not part of this playlist. What the fuck's happening? All right, cool. Beautiful. Okay, amazing. Cool. Let's get that in. And yeah, let's turn this into TypeScript, right? So we're gonna say index ts. Super. Let's see what the hell is happening. Sounds good. Sounds good, Leo. Hmm. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Play one game. What's happening, buddy? No, he's coming. He's coming, I think. Ah, I see. Cache Axios response. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Give me 1 second. Let me try one thing. I don't know if Axios has types that we need to install. I'm unsure, to be honest. Let's see. TBD Gamer, good morning, friend. Very good, man. How are you? How is life? Okay, so this is indeed Axios cache instance, and it's saying, hey, bro, I don't have a create method. What are you talking about, Alex? We don't have that, man. So yeah, so technically, let's see what's happening. Axios, yeah, we set up cache. So this doesn't indeed. Axios instance. How come there's no create? Interesting. Okay, setup cache. Yeah. I do not use a React query. No. I use Axios. I have my own little wrap around Axios. Interesting. Okay, I don't actually know. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Leo, for that. Thanks, man. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit weird. How come? Or so this does indeed. So, or maybe let's see. What am I using here? I'm using this caching Axios. Let's see. Let's find. I don't remember. I did this very long ago. Type script. Yeah. Get started. Give me a moment. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much what we're doing, right? Or I guess we could do it this way at the end of the day, right? So we can do something like that. Okay, let's do that instead. Okay, so let's do pretty much this, right? So it's going to be the instance, and then we're going to create a client like that, right? We're going to say this client is right, technically. I don't know what you mean, Leo. What village? Ah, you mean the movie? Because I don't know what it, yeah, sorry, I didn't understand what you mean. No, I did not. Where the hell am I using this? So I have an interceptor here, right? Yeah, so let's figure that one out. What the fuck? Did I add this? Yeah, I actually did, okay. Get base config. Yo, my friend. Good evening. Good morning. Jesus Christ. Get base config. Axios base conf. Is there some Axios conf? I don't know which type it is. Axios request. It has to be this one, right? Let's see what it has. Base URL. It has to be this. Yeah, I think it's this. Yeah. And that's okay. I mean, that's, I think, accurate. So we don't need the client base. Get base config. That's so weird. How the hell am I calling this in here? No. So yeah, so whatever I'm doing actually isn't correct, right? Clearly. So yeah, I don't actually know. Let me revert a little bit and then we'll see. I don't fucking know what's wrong. Let me just, I wrote this code very long ago. So we create an instance. Then we set up cache around it. We actually don't need this here. Then we set up the interceptors, right? These interceptors take the request and we have to figure out what is there some interceptor? Request interceptor can we do this? No. So it's some Axios config or request config maybe, I don't fucking know. And then we give it a base config here, I suppose. Yeah, that's what it is expecting. Let me figure it out. So this exists. Client doesn't exist. So this makes no sense. So we have a request, the headers, and the client then. Yeah, this seems to be a problem. Instance maybe. What does it have? Adapter, base URL auth, data, env, HTTP agent, method, params, proxy, signal response type, URL. Yeah, I don't actually know. And what is this? And this is my client, so setup cache, right? And this essentially returns the Axios cache instance, yeah. Internal cache request config, which seems to be a generic of some sort, right? Cache request config, Axios response headers. Can the Copilot help us with this? So annoying, man. It's so difficult to fix. So hard, man. And is this really supposed to return nothing? Set request interceptor. I mean, I could try just to, wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, this is indeed returning nothing, so that's fine. This client interceptor is request use, request internal cache config. Jesus fucking Christ, man. This is so annoying. Wasting time on this fucking crap, man. Unbelievable. So why the fuck is this not working then? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah. I'm sorry for not talking too much. I just need to focus on this because this is fucking annoying. And if I start chatting to you guys now, there's no chance of this is very random and very. So just bear with me for 5-10 minutes, and then we'll move from this when we fix it. Let me just fix now. This should maybe be fine now. Give me one moment. Just fixing some imports that we messed up. That's awesome. Okay, that's great. But what is it? I forgot password name. This is forgot password. Yeah. Exactly. Beautiful. Okay, cool. I think we had the register as well. Yeah, sign up. Great. Sign up. Register. Superb. Great. Ah, wrong. This should be from the service, right? All right, awesome. Okay, does it work? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so let's see what we did. So we did actually manage to do this, and it seems that this whole thing was useless anyway, which is good. So we didn't actually need this at all, I guess. So now this technically is written in TypeScript, right? Yeah, awesome. Okay, good. So let's see what happened here now. So auth logout. Expected 2 or 3 arguments. Okay, so there's something wrong, yeah. Yeah, so that's a little bit weird, right? So we're calling post to logout, so that's technically an issue, right? Maybe we should just re-implement this to be a get, right? So we could do this basically, right? So that's great. So yeah, so now we're gonna start fiddling with this. Sorry for being quiet for a couple of minutes. Just needed to, yeah. Actually wasn't even supposed to stream. I wanted to do this. I wanted to actually not even stream for a couple of days and just fix these things. But I'm like, all right, whatever, right? You know, it's okay. All right, cool. Amazing. Okay, let's go back to the front. Yeah, so you can see with some of these types, basically, right? We are essentially, here we're calling a put when we're not actually sending any data, right? So the question now is, yeah, maybe we can just say that the body is actually optional, right? That should technically solve that, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's good. Very good. Okay, cool. Constants. So we'll get rid of that at one point. Okay. So I'm just going to continue doing some of this stuff. This one we need to convert to readxrtk, get popular authors by tag. So this we really need to yeah, so we'll move this elsewhere. So we'll move this into a service, right? So request users index, and we'll just move this over here. We'll search where it was used. We'll remove the import from here, and then we'll do this. And then you can see there's this kind of discrepancy here. We should also store this somewhere in a user reducer, but we'll do that, right? Cool. Okay. So let's move this to a TypeScript file as well. And this is going to basically be a partial, I guess, user profile. So that's what this takes. Credentials, this is register. What do we want? What do we use for register? I guess username and password, right? This is going to be, or email and password. This is going to be email string, password string, right? Reset password. Yeah, okay. So what do we have? Token string, I guess password string, right? Cool. What do we have here? Forgot password form. That keyboard that I'm not sure what I mean. That keyboard that you mean the new keyboard, I bought that for the office. I'm not using that keyboard here. Email, first name, last name. Email, first name and last name. Email, first name. But it is a very good keyboard. I like it a lot. Get popular tags, tag. I guess this would be tag ID, right? I presume tag or tag name. Okay, that's a little bit weird. Either way, it's a string, right? All right, awesome. That's good. That's great. Let's just, while we're here, do the same pretty much in here. Move this to TS very quickly. Create article. I guess this should just be article, right? Yeah. String. And yeah. I guess article as well, or partial one. I don't actually remember, to be honest. And good day, everybody. I hope you're having a good Sunday. That's a little bit weird. Wow, okay. Tags, content, form data, okay. Whatever. Shall we just... No, I'm not going to touch this yet. All right, so that's good, I think. Let's see. What did I switch so far? Interesting, okay. All right, cool. Let's go back to... Nah. Yeah, so this one, right? So I have this global reducer, which it's a little bit questionable if this thing is actually even needed, right? It's very questionable. if I go to services users, didn't I? Yeah, and this thing, where is this called? So this is not actually setting anything in a reducer at all, right? Yeah, exactly. Which means that this crap actually doesn't do anything, right? So let's just clean all of that shit up. So if I go to a tag, let's say go. Yeah, of course, man, ask a question. Of course. Yeah, so technically the only thing we have in a global reducer is the countries, right? And we could practically move that to a user reducer, right? So we can get rid of this global one. Yeah, because this one so I think that's what we're going to do, right? So what we are actually going to do, I guess, I mean, Brainy, my friend, good day. Why do you use function expression over function declaration? There's really no reason. It's a syntactical preference. But they do differ in use, mainly when it comes to variable hoisting and some internal JavaScript constraints. But there's really no huge reason for that. How many coffees per day? 2, maybe 3 tops. I drink one in the morning, one. When I'm at work, I might drink a little bit more. But yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's too many, no. So I think what I'm actually going to do, right? I'm going to actually go to our I'm going to go to our store, because this is definitely global data for sure. No questions about that ever. So we're going to go to our user actions here, and fuck. Do I want to do that is the question. I mean, does that belong? No, I mean, it does belong into a global reducer. The main question is, do we need it? That's all right. Let's just rewrite this in RTK, right? So I'm gonna give it maybe, I don't know, articles. I'm just gonna prime the AI, right? So I'm gonna say, given my articles reducer, rewrite the global reducer using the RTK syntax, and then I'll just give it a and also TypeScript, right? I use Linux, Windows, and Mac OS depending on the use case. Of course, my servers are all running on Linux, and I use Mac to work, and I use this Windows to stream and do other things as well. I have a graphics card that's not displaying. Try to, yeah, I mean, you'll need to get into a safe mode. If you can't boot up your system, press F2 or F8 depending on the motherboard and BIOS, get in a safe mode, download the utility where you can uninstall, you can download a tool for completely removing NVIDIA drivers. I don't remember what the utility was called. Yeah, but there was this one. So basically, you want to get into BIOS with the networking enabled if possible, and you want to download this tool called Display Driver Uninstaller while in a safe mode, completely nuke your NVIDIA driver, and then reinstall it again, and then it might fix it. Neo buddy, good evening. Good day. Jesus Christ, it's hilarious. It's not evening, it's a day. Can't get used to it, I do have a window in my room. Yeah, exactly. Hmm. Jesus Christ, man. Imported from a fucking correct place. All right, I like that. So we're basically just saying if there's state already, return the cached thing, don't fetch. Otherwise, call this asshole here. Also, this type is not true. This should be basically an array of strings, right? So that's technically now correct. And then here we only have the fulfilled state. So let's add. So wait, we have the pending state, right? We're gonna have the pending, fulfilled, and failed, right? That's basically the three states. We're gonna have the pending, let's say, is loading, I guess false, right? Initial state. We'll just extend it here. Is loading. Let's kind of structure it a little bit better. I mean, it depends what you mean. Play one game. I can modify any code that I worked some time with. Reducers, extra reducers, global initial state. Yes. state.countries.data, I guess, right? Yeah. And then here we're gonna say state.countries is loading true. False. And false, right? So technically that should be rewritten. And then here state.global.countries.data.length, right? Yeah. Yeah, so that technically now you could say that it's correct, right? Cool, okay. So let's actually call this get countries. I actually think fetch countries would be more accurate representation of that, right? All right, cool. So that basically, well, you have to start somewhere, play one game, right? That's a very broad problem. That's like saying I want to fix a car. I want to, you know, fix a medical problem. I mean, what problem, right? You need to be way more specific. You need to start somewhere way more specific, right? Rejected, yes. Fuck, why did I? Yeah. All right, let's see. Did that work? Now rewritten in RTK. Let's go to Redux here and let's search for countries. Let's refresh. Countries. Okay, let's go to profile, I guess. States tree. Global countries is loaded. Not really yet. Let's see, where is it? Did we get fetch? Are we actually calling it at all? And actually what we need to do as well, let's actually see, are we calling this at all? Is this even being called? Let's see. No, not really. Okay. Weird. Okay, so let's go to profile. I guess here we should have fetch. No, where do we try to fetch the countries? Global actions, blah blah blah. Account settings, profile settings. Now meetup. Ah, I see. Okay, so we actually don't need a country there, so we actually indeed have to go to the profile, okay? And I forgot that I removed this, so what I'm actually going to do, process HAV errors. I'll just do something like this for now. We're gonna say just temporarily, just until we fix it, because I removed this purposely. Yeah. Okay. Just so we bypass that for a moment. Something went wrong. Okay, good. Now we're getting some feedback at least there. So settings, why are you farting out? Let's see. Countries map. Okay, I see. Yeah, of course. Let me find where that place is. Sign up, personal information. Okay. Countries. Okay, here it is. State.global.countries. Okay, let me just search for this, because now this is gonna look a little bit different. .data. So we're gonna globally search and replace. That's number one. Okay, so now it's rendering again. Something got fucked up there when refreshing. That's a little bit weird. Okay, so we're now farting out. Let's see what's the problem. Is loading. So we're basically, for some reason, failing to fetch them. Okay, so well, countries are now loaded actually properly, yes. Countries fulfilled, correct. Yes, that's great. Let's take a look at the state. User, global countries, data. Okay, so it is in fact loading them now. Okay, great, that's good. Yeah, okay, good, that's great. So now we have actually cleaned that up as well, I guess. Now, the only thing that I've noticed, and I don't know what happened there, let me just make sure that that's not the case in the... Okay, so this is the same case in the production. Okay, all good. Let's push some of this stuff, and then we're gonna continue. So what the hell did I do? Install the Axios types. Also, that's wrong. Let's do pmpmi-d types Axios. Are there any benefits using Redux? There are many benefits. One of them is the Redux dev tools, right? So only that is already a benefit, a huge benefit. Besides that, of course, the RTK API is also very nice. So that's another benefit. Context has very little to do with this. Context API is there to help you pass props. It's not there to replace a full-fledged state machine, right? So they're not comparable. One is used to help you with prop drilling and other things. Another one is a full-fledged state machine that serves entirely different purpose, right? And that's why they're both used in conjunction. Even Redux uses context use selector basically to pass to, so you can subscribe to, under quote, subscribe to certain state slices, right? So I don't think they're in any way comparable even, because they are completely different things and they serve different purposes. All right, cool. Let's see if this is gonna actually. Let's see if this is gonna. Let's go to Cloudflare pages. Give me 1 second, just while waiting for this. Building application. Is it gonna build the application? Let's see. Yeah, why is it that I think it's stuck here in Cloudflare pages? Yeah, I think it's stuck. Let's give it a second. Yeah, most likely it's stuck. Yeah, let's. It doesn't really matter. It matters that we push that, so that's great. Okay, good. Okay, so cool. So what did I already do? So if I go to profile index, right? Did I turn this? Yeah, I turned this already into TypeScript, and that's very good. That's very good. What is this options for? So let's move this maybe. So we have a profile, have an index, have components, we have tabs. So let's create some sort of a constants TS. Yeah, cool. Now let's move this over there, just so it's not. Let's call this tab options. Ledger.js, good my friend. How are you doing? How is life? Tab options. Yes. Let's import this bad boy. Let's rename symbol now. Let's just oh shit, that was not intentional. Okay, that's good. So we move that one out. Okay, cool. How is your Sunday, man? Doing anything fun today other than killing time in streams like mine? It is not. No. Some of the things are open source. You can find them here, but no, it's not. The project itself is not open source, but you can find a bunch of things here that are open source. All right, so next thing I'm going to turn to TS is this thing. Here we're going to say, hey, I want to use something I called use app selector. That should fix these types here. And then, do we have any dispatch here? We do not. Okay, good. Profile is own profile. That's great. Cool. Type article is not assignable to type iCar data. That's true. Craft, good day, friend. How is life? Okay, so if we go over here, it's very much true, yeah, that these do not match. Okay, and then yeah, so if we take a look at what's actually happening in here, let's say get articles. Yeah, okay, so we're doing the transformation in here, and it's essentially complaining about that. It's saying, hey Alex, well, hey Alex, my friend, that's not cool, man. Can't do that, man. Can't do that. I don't like that. So we're gonna remove that, and we're gonna put it back where it was, because yeah, it doesn't like that. So here we're gonna do basically this instead. And I think we're just missing some fields now in here, and that it's fine, right? I think we're just missing, let's say now, a slug. So we'll well, I think before I answer that question, let's maybe get a little bit into your logic, just so I can help you think a little bit. So you say why Fastify and not Nest? Let me ask you the reverse. Why Nest, right? I want to know who biased you, who gave you these ideas. I would like to understand your thinking. So when you say why Fastify, actually when you say really anything, right? Because again, there's no concrete answer to that. One doesn't neglect the other. They're not mutually exclusive. But let's discuss it a little bit logically, right? So why one or the other, right? So because why try to ask the reverse question as well. Why Nest and not X, right? What should I eat today? I just had my wife just made pizza for me and my son. We just ate. So so I can answer that question to you, and I will. But let's ask the opposite question first. You ask it yourself. Why one and not the other, right? Shit, I'm sorry, I lost the thought now as I was answering that. I lost what I was doing. Matt Talk, good day, my friend. Simple Cookie, hi there, man. Good to see you, dude, again. Always good to see you, man. No, the thing is, I wanna help people in a way where they truly can benefit from this stream, right? I want to rather teach them, especially younger generation of you, juniors and stuff. I would be much happier if I kind of help you with your thinking than if I'd answer your questions directly, right? Because these things are, instead, of course, I can answer that question and find you many reasons why you would use Fastify, and also many reasons why you would want to use nestjs or anything else, right? But instead of that, it's better to try to critically think a little bit there, right? Nice. Okay, cool. All right, that works. That's great. Okay. Well, that's that's technically TypeScript now already. That's what it is. Do we really need this? Do we need prop types now when we are switching to TypeScript, right? Probably not. We also don't need the default props because articles we have a default state in a... The thing is, simple cookie, I agree with you 100%, but this mostly applies to seniors, right? A junior developer is not capable to make such a decision on their own, right? Which is why, I know where these questions come from, because a lot of these inexperienced fellas, junior fellas, new in the industry, they go from one stream to another, they go from one YouTube channel to another, and they get influenced, not in a good or positive way, but they get influenced based on who they talk to, right? So, and a lot of these so-called seniors, if I may call some of them, they share their passions, they give the absolute answers because they know that, or they think it's best. And this is very childish. So I'm sure that this person came asking about nestjs because he or she heard this either on the other stream or on YouTube or somewhere, right? But if that person now goes to another place, they're going to hear different. It's like, I would never use nestjs, that sucks, right? So these types of things are useless and they don't help anybody, right? So I think that if you're not experienced enough, you should just pick one thing and learn it and get somewhere with it, right? Exactly, I would agree with that for sure, right? I think it's very difficult today for juniors to roam this part of industry because there's so many things and so many, under quotes, senior developers share so many contradictory opinions, right? That I can't even imagine how it feels to somebody who hasn't been in the industry for long enough to make any decisions, right? What do you mean nestjs sucks? This guy just told me that it's the best thing ever, right? But never be absolute, right? There's no absolute answers to these questions, right? A lot of these technologies exist, obviously, they coexist because a lot of different people prefer different things, and what one person might tell you might be completely different with another person. So never give absolute answers. Just say, hey, this is what I can give you the answer why I would not use Nest and why I would, whatever. But that doesn't matter really. Just learn how to build an API and then learn some other skills. And then as you learn these things day by day, you're gonna form your own opinions. Because as I always say, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, right? Exactly. And sometimes when you're inexperienced, you will not be able to obviously make super great assumptions, which is normal, right? It would be silly that you expect yourself to do that, right? So just build things, right? Build things, and that's all you really need to do. Just focus on building in anything, really. It doesn't matter what it is, right? Rip Becca. Hey, friend. Actually, we could, Rebecca. We could actually do that. I'm going I'm going with my wife and kid for dinner at 5. But let's do it before the stream ends. Yeah, absolutely. I think we could do that. Why not? I think that's a great idea. Yeah. We're going into a restaurant, and then it takes time until they cook and stuff. So blah 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 blah. You know the drill. Shit. I was not. Okay, that's very good. Awesome. Okay, great. I love it, love it, love it. We're gonna update experience loading, add experience loading. Okay, interesting. All right, experience item. So this no longer basically exists. That's what it's telling me. Beautiful. And then this thing, I guess this thing is gonna be, I guess, HTML dialog ref or something. Dialog ref, isn't there like HTML dialog element, sorry, HTML dialog element, right? Should be that, I suppose. Awesome. Get user experience loading. Oh, interesting. Delete modal. Core delete modal. All right. Okay. So basically, this is not in TypeScript yet, so that's why it's complaining a little bit. All good. It doesn't matter. Handle delete. Almost all of it we converted. Schema is complaining. Our use AJV form is. So let's see what's up with the schema. Additional properties. Company doesn't like something in here, so let's fix that as well. It's a conditional schema. Simple cookie, I mean, the project now is getting closer to, it's getting stable to the degree where I find it stable. And now I think it's the time, because all of the other libraries that I open sourced, they're written in TypeScript, right? So I think now I feel it was the right time to move there. Right? We have Yale now. We have moved almost all of our components to Yale. This is now this open source thing. I have moved use AJV form to an open source library, a bunch of other things. So now, I mean, it just felt the right time to do it, because soon we're gonna polish everything properly and then continue building new features. And basically, yeah, it felt like a right time to make the move, right? Expected 0 arguments, but got 1. So weird. Remove experience. Really? Remove experience? Just give me 2 seconds. So weird. Well, we clearly have an argument here, don't we? Wow, okay. Wait, is this in TypeScript? Yeah, ID, yeah. Remove experience. Give me 1 second. Remove experience. So that does feel correct. So we have the response, which returns the ID. We get the ID as an argument here, right? A little bit weird, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. User actions, use dispatch, user, yeah. So that also feels correct, I think. We actually don't need this here. Expected 0 arguments. Remove experience. Let me just reload the TS server. Or let's just reload the whole window, because it feels a little bit, feels that it's probably TypeScript server failing. What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, that looks fine. So why is this guy still complaining? Give me 2 seconds. TSX. I mean, this also looks good. This also looks great. So why is it not liking it? Basically, each one of them, global user articles. Yeah, so pretty much all of them, right? Sounds good, Leo, my friend. I love you, dude. Have a good rest of the Sunday, man, if we don't see each other today. And I mean, we no longer need to unwrap this because we no longer need the response, so that we can clean that up as well. So weird. So freaking weird, man. Let me just test this for a second. I mean, I'm sure that this is correct, so it's something with a TS, right? Let's see. What? Experience? What the fuck is happening? Wait a minute, what? Okay. Profile experience. What did we do? Did we do something? Add experience, use app selector, use app dispatch. Yeah, that's correct. Ah, I see. My bad. I see what the problem is, yeah. My bad, okay. I fucked up, yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. That's good. Okay, good. And this thing should be basically partial, it seems. And then like this, right? Interesting. What? I think it's complaining about the schema. Most likely the employment type CNAME. Yeah, so this is actually good. Do I have this somewhere as a actual TypeScript enum? I think we have this somewhere, most likely. We have them here. And then we have this employment type, which is not really an enum, is it? This expects the body. Keep learning. Good day, my friend. Okay, let's actually take a look at this one at least. So what do we get here? It takes user experience. ID is missing. Okay, let me just try to figure out why is this happening, because I don't know if it's related to my use AJV form, because the schema here, do we have the ID? I just want to basically, for fun, see. Okay, let's try company name. Let's say ID. No, not really. No, absolutely not. There's not going to be. I just want to make sure that it's not complaining about that crap. Okay, no, so it has nothing to do with that. Okay. I'm very good, man. How are you? How's life? So which ID is then Property ID is missing in type description, blah, 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 but required in type I user experience. Ah, okay, so it is inferring the... Okay, good. So my types are actually working. That's awesome. Yeah, sure. Okay, I get it. All right. So we basically need to... yeah, we need to make sure this is actually partial this, right? Type property of employment type are incompatible. The string is not assignable to type full-time, part-time, contract, internship. Full-time, part-time, contract, internship. Okay, let me leave this open here. Employment types. And I'm going to compare this to the other one, which is in here. Okay, so we're missing some. I see. Okay. All right. So that should be fine now, right? The type string. It's Visual Studio Code. It's just VS Code. Type string, yeah. So I think it's still our schema here that's inferring the string. So type, yeah, well, it's an enum type, right? So that's a little bit weird. So how can I, yeah, that fucking sucks, man. Strict null checks. Strict null checks must be true in tsconfig to use JSON schema type. Keep learning. There is. You can use draw.io. You can use Miro. Yeah, fuck, this makes it even worse. Yeah, this is now getting a little bit... My pleasure. Yeah, this is getting a little bit crazy, but it's fine. Let's solve this, because once we solve it here, then we'll know pretty much how to solve it in all other places, so it's okay. So it's still complaining about the string not being assignable to this, but it's not really a string, right? So I guess we can cast this, right? So where is it? Employment type. Let me try just to say here, employment type form dot data dot employment type as const or whatever. Or wait a minute, if I go over here, can I do something like this? Where the fuck was this, man? Fuck, man, we're having these discrepancies now between some of these schema types, and because it's not getting the formats and stuff. Yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't know how to solve this. I mean, now we're having, because my use AJB form is going to infer types from, yeah, an end date here. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's the problem, I guess. It's a number. I guess that's what it's complaining about. Give me a second. Body. The type of end date are incompatible. Number is not assignable to string. So that basically only means that if I go over here, right, and we go to end date, we need to make it a number, right? The fuck is this? Oh yeah, this is not correct. Yeah, fuck this. No. No. Just make this a string. Not gonna go crazy with that shit. Okay, so this is not good. That works, right? And I guess we need to do the same basically here. And that's, I don't like this. I don't like that I need to do this, but that's what it is. Okay. Sounds like something worth exploring, Matog. Let's try. I don't want to spend any time on this crap. There we go. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I don't like that. Nah, I don't like that. I don't use anything for auth. I built my own using just Fastify JVT, and I'm connecting. Yeah, I'm using Twitch API, GitHub API, and stuff for authentication with these fellas. So I'm not. If you mean, I'm not using auth0.com, sir, like a managed service or anything like that. That's basically what I mean. It does, yes. It absolutely does. It compiles into JavaScript, right? So it has to. TypeScript is not a language. It's just a superset language. It just adds types on top of existing language, right? It's not. People are calling it a language. Taxi, hi there. Hi, is this your side project? Or this is my side project. This is a side project. The fuck is happening, man? Good day, YouTube fellas. So I think basically use strict just means, hey, tell TypeScript to complain like a little bitch about everything, right? So yeah, so we basically just made TypeScript very aggressive, and that's okay. The question though is it doesn't solve this problem at all. Yeah, so I don't actually know. So I want to solve this. This has nothing to do like this. The ChatGPT is a little bit drunk here. Is it possible for people to copy these TypeScript compilations using the out? I'm not sure what you mean, Xerox. You would need to be... I don't know what you honestly mean. Alright, so this guy is bitching a little... Okay, I see. Let's try that. That would kind of suck a little bit, right? Because... but let's try it. Let's try it. Because I understand what's complaining about. So basically, let's make this a TS file first. Right? Let's make that a TS file, number one. And then it's saying, hey, well, you should give your schemas types, and that is a little bit annoying. That's slightly annoying part of yeah, using TypeScript with AJV is that it kind of feels like a huge overkill sometimes needing to do this, right? But basically, it's complaining about this thing. It's like, hey, Alex, you're missing. And then yeah, okay. Strict null checks have to be enabled. Well, they are enabled now. And it's no longer complaining here. Okay. Like I said, it does obfuscate it and it does minify it. So it does exactly the same like any other transpiler and compiler do, right? So nobody can steal your code. The fuck is this, man? What's your opinion about blockchain applications? I'm not sure what you mean by what's my opinion about them. If you can be a little bit more specific, what do you mean, what's my opinion? Their application, like any other application, if it serves some purpose and solves some problem and makes money, then I guess it's fine. Property type is missing in type error message. String, not... the future Web3, sorry. I don't think there is much future in there, no. At least not the recent, not any soon. That's my take. At least based on what I saw so far. At least based on what I've seen so far, I don't think there's much there yet. That's at least what it seems. Dude, this is so fucking hard, dude. Like, I don't know, man. This is not fun. This is not fun at all. Like, seriously, man. Consigliere, good day, friend. Well, I mean, let's wait for things to happen, right? I generally don't make predictions based on what if, right? I make predictions mostly based on history, right? And so far, the whole blockchain stuff hasn't really brought anything that I see in everyday life or at work or anywhere else, right? Yeah, I have friends, who are telling me past 15 years to just wait, right? Every year when I talk to them, they're equally deluded into that world, right? But there's always that it's going to be next year, it's going to be next week, it's going to be next month, right? And I keep waiting. I keep waiting for that thing, right, to happen. It's always next month, when this happens, when that happens, right? It's becoming a little bit ridiculous, right? It's almost like talking to gamblers, almost talking to like drug addicts, right? Just wait next year, next day. After Meta releases this, after Google releases, it's always waiting for something, right? Yeah, it's always next something will happen and it's gonna change everything. Cryptocurrencies are gonna take over the world. I mean, my advice to anybody is, if you have a job and you can sustain your family, then you can learn whatever you want. But if you're living with your mom and still and you're broke most of the time and see no end of that, then learn some tangible skill that you can sell now. You cannot devote your life and skills to something that might happen one day, right? You might as well become a Spider-Man, buy a costume, and maybe one day people will pay for people to wear costumes on the street, right? So you should learn skills which are tangible today. You should learn the skills which are tangible today, and then, start making money, get a job if you don't have one already. You cannot base your whole life on what if. Maybe the blockchain, Web3, whatever this crap, becomes something, but I don't see that happening. Companies have far greater problems than decentralized internet, right? When I go to work, we are talking about sales and selling products, paying salaries and stuff like that. No CTO is saying, if only internet was decentralized, everything would be different. Our business would suddenly make money and everyone would be happy. If only we were decentralized, nothing else. Everything else is perfect for everybody if we were only decentralized, right? So, yeah. But follow your gut, but also be realistic, right? Because at the end of the day, I'm not sure, Bexy, what you mean. I don't know honestly what you mean. I mean, I understand kind of what you mean, but I can't answer that like that. Why would you? My pleasure, man. My pleasure. You know, don't listen to me as well. You, of course, listen to yourself as well. Let's try to follow your gut feelings and stuff like that, right? But yeah, invest into something that put yourself in a good position in life, and then from that position learn whatever you want, right? I don't think that you can truly devote to anything when you are in a bad place, right? Place, then it's yeah, it's tough. Actually, give me 1 second. Where do I? Let's just refactor this anyway. Okay, set it at item handle click. Okay, so let's just say here item.id, right? And then here we'll say as well that this is either string or null. This is the most fucking painful, man. That's why Bex, it's hard to figure out what you mean, right? Because let me just read your question again. Is it a good practice to create nodes on? Yeah, I don't actually understand this sentence, honestly. Let me just copy it here. I don't actually understand. Is it good practice to create nodes on as? What do you mean nodes on as? Product card, template while retrieving data from API. I'm not sure what you mean. You're gonna get some data, then you're gonna loop through that data, construct some HTML in a variable, right? And then you're gonna append that HTML. So maybe you're asking, should I append item by item, or construct the HTML payload and then insert that into my HTML, right? So I think, so basically like this, right? Let me show you. So let's say that we go to fake JSON placeholder, and let's get 10 users, right? We're gonna do this, right? So here you would say something like you know, fetch. Yeah, let's say fetch, then users, or actually dot, then response, then you would do a response.json, right? Then let's just print this now. So we get the users, right? So what you would basically do now, you would now here you have your users, right? So here you can say, all right, now I'm gonna say, const, list is users.map for each user. I'm gonna return a list item. So I'm gonna return a template literal, for example, like this. And then here you can say user.name, right? And then if we print that list, so you can see now we have a list of an HTML list, right? And then if you had your UL in here, right? Here you would say ul dot query. Sorry, you would say document dot query selector ul, right? You would say const ul. Let's just see, did we find it? Yeah, there it is. And then you could say, I don't know, ul dot, what was it? I don't remember. Inner HTML, I guess, or append, or I don't remember the DOM API. It's been a long time, right? So you would do basically something like that, right? And there's your list, right? And of course here you want to say dot join I guess this is what you asked, right? So yeah, so we didn't loop through this and then said append, like imagine you use jQuery, right? Yeah, you would construct your HTML and then you would inject it in here. And then you would do all of your mutations. This is basically data-driven in a sense, right? So you would build your own rendering function. You would build your own little rendering library here, right? So you don't care about the DOM. You don't want to be updating things by getting them from the DOM. You want to keep the state in JavaScript, and then whenever that state changes, you want to reflect that to the HTML, to the hard DOM. There's a light DOM, if you may, and a hard DOM. So you would always do minimum amount of mutations in the DOM, and that's what React does. The Vue.js, Angular, that's why these libraries exist, is because they try to minimize the amount of times they go to this document object model, because it's, let's say, under quotes, relatively slow, right? So this is a little example of, right? So here I'm going to get my users, I'm going to construct some payload. But of course, this, you would first store this somewhere in some state, right? Here is somewhere, outside of here, you have your state, right? Whatever. You would build some state logic for yourself, and then you would say, did my user change? And then you would say, remove user. Well, you would remove the user from the state. And then you would re-render, you would run your render function, right? There you go. Why is this so fucking hard, man? It's impossible to read this shit, man. It's so annoying. Wasting time with this stupid crap like this, man. It's just incredible. But it's fine. Now we need to make our types work with our JSON schema, so it's okay. Once we solve this one, we'll just replicate the same behavior across other crap. All right, so it basically updated my my schema as well. I see. Okay. All right, so I guess that's it. Yep. Nice. Okay, what the fuck happened there? Ah, okay, we messed this one up. Okay, okay, I see. Well, I mean, frameworks are always better to use for larger projects because they incorporate the common experiences we gained past 20 or 30 years building front-end applications, right? So it's not that they're inherently better because they're frameworks. They're inherently better because they are the aggregation of, they are the aggregation of a lot of experience we have gathered as a community, right? So for sure, yes. Should you use it for everything? Well, yeah, of course not. You should not use it for everything. But yeah. Shit, I guess I could. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? But this could have been an enum as well. And I guess this is also required, right? I just want to see if it's absolutely necessary for this to work. Yeah, it is. Okay. I hate that. All right, cool. That's very good. Okay. Experience item. Ah, shit, wait. No, all good, all good. Type. Yeah, actually, that's weird that we're requiring type and input, but that's fine. Editor ref. If I actually go to Louis GUI, I guess, and we go to TipTap, do we have a ref somewhere that has an actual type? TipTap ref. Yeah, forward ref. Ref. What the type of this would be? Editor ref. Set editor ref. An editor. So I guess this would be shit. Editor ref, yeah. So I guess we would need some sort of types here. TipTap. Do we have some TipTap types? Is there something like that? Can I do like PMPMI types TipTap? Tap. No, okay. I would remove the ref. No, not really. That's not good. No. Let's take a look at that. TipTap ref. Hmm. So we do have a forward ref, right? So what is the type of this ref? Forward ref unknown. And where do we use this? Where did I? So I use this imperative handle, right? Yeah. And then we're using, yeah, shit, okay. So this is in a way crap. So how can we tell that to our to this guy? So that's all right. Let me ask ChatGPT. I use paid version. Yes, I do. Interesting. I've never seen this before. Wait. So where's my all right, let me try that. So okay. Can I say here tip tap ref? Interesting. Okay. All right, so that technically should work. We'll just call it tip tap ref here. I don't get it. But either way, okay. Let's print this. Okay, so we actually do get a reference to these things, right? Okay, so that's good, I guess. Yeah. Okay, what did I do actually in here? Let's see. Okay. Let's push this to npm. You just run the tests again. Nice. Yeah. I mean, I'm writing tests with use of AI, of course. It would be silly to write them manually, but of course that we're testing everything. All right, cool. So that technically should fix this type discrepancy in here, I hope. We'll see in a moment when that's deployed to npm. Let's actually let's go over here. Let's wait for it to be pushed. Nice. Okay, so that should be fine, I think. Let's wait for this fella to get deployed. Nice. Okay, perfect. Let's reinstall this. Beautiful. All right, so let's see. Let's just reload this window. Is it fine now? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I think so. I think it's fine now. Yeah. Amazing. All right, cool. So let's push all of these things. We have a bunch of changes. Strict null checks true. We'll enable this strict mode soon when we kind of move most of these things, when we just change most of these files to TypeScript. But for now, we're gonna leave that. Let's see what else we got. Change that. Yeah, profile articles. Change that as well. Profile experience. Awesome, superb. Let's push that. All right, what is this? I see. Okay, so let's update that. So basically it's complaining about the first name is not there. So let's get over here, right? That's a little bit weird. First name doesn't exist in the API user profile. It does actually exist. Here it is, first name, right? The fuck? Oh, I see. And where is this null coming from? That's weird. When did we add the null? Oh yeah, that's not needed, right? I guess if we get to the state here. Okay, I see what happened there. All right. I see. Okay. Should we leave that as null, or should we use this state as initial state as well? So what if I use initial user as the state here? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Interesting. Yeah, we'll need to test this. Where do we use this crap? We use it in here, right? Yeah. Property ID is missing. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird implementation, to be very frank with you. But yeah, whatever. But just do that and take a look at it very quickly. What's the advantage? Advantage is that at one point in time, when project like this gets more stable and larger, once you start building more features, then you fundamentally, yeah, have more use of it. Location. Okay. I see what happened. Andorra. Fair enough. So as the complexity increases, as you add more features, right? And as things get more stable, then yeah, it also gets more useful to have types, right? Well, no, I mean, this whole platform that I'm building, Programmer Network, right, is built by me, by a single person, right? So depending on the phase in which your product is, you need different types of tools at each of these stages, right? It's very convenient to not have types when you're brainstorming, when you're mocking things up, when you don't know actually what you're doing, right? So in these times, having TypeScript is more of a burden than a useful thing, right? But once your project reaches some point of stability, right, then you can say, all right, well, now I actually, now it's, I feel that it's maybe the time to clean it up a bit, to add some types, and that's what I'm doing past couple of streams. I'm not building new features. I'm just going through everything. This is gonna take a couple of more streams for sure, and I'm just going through everything and just cleaning up things. Again, when you're coding everything in a stream, things are very different than doing them, alone or standard way of programming, right? You get interrupted, you get distracted, you move to something else because somebody suggests something else, etc., 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 right? And this was my fear, yeah. Right, exactly. So that makes no sense. So we can't really do this, right? This actually has to remain null. Interesting. Okay, wow. Okay. State article data is possibly null. True. I mean, technically, is that really the case ever, though? No, I don't think so, right? But I'll have to go through a bunch of these files still. Yeah. Okay, good. Hmm. Hmm. What if I do that? Can I do that? Item of type no. Okay, search. Hmm. I see. Play one game, my friend. You're here again. Nice, man. Good to have you, dude. What have you been doing? Oh, never mind, never mind. It's yeah, it's always a list. All good. Nice, man. Nice. I guess this is what I wanted to do. That's a little bit weird. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah. But why the fuck are we getting that? Well, I'm doing well, man. Just focusing on this pretty much. Pretty much just trying to focus on this, and yeah. The fuck, man. Not much, man. Just I mean, I wasn't also planning to stream at all, right? Because, and I probably will not for some time until I kind of rewrite all of this. But good, man. Good. Awesome. Going to dinner with my wife and kids soon. That's it. That's pretty much it, man. That sums it up. I'm just I'm just basically going in and yeah, refactoring pretty much everything, just moving things to TypeScript, whatever I stumble upon, really. Nothing really specific to say, right? It's just bunch of stuff. Yeah, there's something wrong with this for sure. So I guess this is what we had before. If it's loading, right? That's I guess what I had, but I don't like that. Yeah, so that's wrong. Yeah, I mean this we can't do it like this, so I need to rewrite this hook a little bit, right? Because yeah, it's inaccurate, right? Let's see how is this implemented. Options, use search. So this gets triggered every single time when I I mean, I guess we don't need the depths, right? Yeah. Like a Friday fashion show, teenager is down in the corner. I don't fucking know, man. This is so fucking dumb, dude. How old is this project? I don't know. I think I started streaming, what, maybe a year ago. But it's not only this and the stream, right? But make sure to sign up if you haven't already. Okay, so this is where we get this shit, right? Yep. Dashboard articles, yeah. I mean, we could technically get this data for each of these views separately, but let's not try too many things at once. Yeah, so something is basically making it yeah, but yeah, we can't. Yeah, that's the problem as well. Shit. Yep. So we need to instantiate it in there. Jesus fucking Christ. Search results, yeah. I wonder if this hook is fucked all over the place. Now when I look at this, where do we have this crap? We have this in here. We have it in the meetups as well. Let me just see about that, right? Handle search term, meetups. Let's do one thing here. Let's fuck that up. Let's ignore this search results thing. Let me just yeah, so let me just discard this. Yep. Where else was this bullshit? Meetup something, right? Yeah, over here, right? Yeah. No, I don't fucking know. I have no idea what the problem is. Something kind of makes this run a million times. Have no idea what it is. Have no fucking idea what it is. I'll just very quickly assemble this just to test it out. The fuck is this, dude? All right, so the basically the yeah, so that hook is completely fucked up. So this shit is fucked up. Yeah, this crap is fucked up without a doubt. Yeah, 100%. Give me 1 second. Ah, shit. Yeah. So there's something wrong with this hook. I have no idea what it is, but it's something with this effect for sure. Let me just do one thing. It has to be, right? And it's good to know. I just don't know if it's happening. Well, we don't have this in too many places, right? So there's something with this data for sure. We can see, right? Let's put the data back. So yeah. Seriously, was it fuse options? Was it the reference to this object that was fucking this up? I don't think so. I hope not. All right, if we remove the reference to fuse, it seems that was the issue. Yep. Yep, that was the issue. Jesus fucking Christ, why, man? Let's see, what is fuse options? How did I build this? Yeah, so it was basically this that was apparently fucking it up. But why was that changing during every why is this changing during every re-render? That makes absolute. It's changing because it's an object reference, right? That's why. That's why, right? That sucks. That's what it is. That's how it is. Let me just check one thing. That fucking sucks. I get that, but what can you do? You can cry about it or just move on. What did I do here? Let me just revert all of this shit just for a second. I don't think that any of this was actually needed, right? Let's make sure of that. Well, the default state of this was actually wrong. So actually, I'm not going to use that use query hook. I'm going to remove that completely because that was my own implementation, which obviously, yeah, I'll nuke the use of this completely. I'm not going to be using this anymore. All right, that's okay now, I guess. I hope so. Yeah, it is. All right, let's see what can be pushed to production. So basically a bunch of it was just converted to TypeScript, right? Yeah. All right, let's try pushing this. I'm not actually. Let's try building this locally first. So pm build. All right. Well, it managed to build it, so we can assume that our Cloudflare will manage to build it as well, right? Well, it's very hard. I mean, it would be difficult to answer your question like that, right? The best thing would be to read about React hooks, right? But they're just functions that hold some state, right? In simple words. Let's see if this thing is gonna actually manage to end up in production at all. Shit, did I actually push the API change? Fuck, was that actually deployed? Give me a second. API, where's our API now? It's this. 1 hour ago, okay. Ah, fuck. Did we fail to actually? Yeah, we did. I think we broke something most likely, right? Yeah, I think we did. Shit, what did we break? Give me a second. Ouch. Give me 1 sec. Failed building the validation schema for post due to error strict mode has text. Ah, shit. Okay. No, sorry, that's wrong. It seems that we still have failed building the validation schema for post commentable type. Unknown keyword has text. API v1 comments. So weird, man. I don't see actually this being used there at all. Common body schema. Okay, this one. So for whatever reason, it's yeah. That fucking sucks, man. All right, give me a moment here. Uno momento. So yeah, nothing better than breaking production, right? Yeah, my wife is cleaning my son's nose. We have this little device that helps the kids who don't know how to do it yet. All right, so we did manage to push this to production. Let's wait for the API to be hopefully built again. Build and push, backup database, deploy to Hetzna. Alright, come on, you can do it. You can unbreak yourself. Yeah, then you know what it is. Then you know what it is, exactly. Build, 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 come on. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, I mean, we could have done that. Indeed, we can revert the old one, but I don't think there's point. Because this should be deployed in a second. By the time it's reverted, this one it's gonna... Because the revert takes the same amount of time, right? It needs to, yeah, do mostly all of this, except building and pushing the image. Why is it taking so long to build? Weird. It usually happens faster. I mean, if that's happening in your company, then something's really wrong, right? You should never feel afraid to break production, right? As long as you can recover very quickly, it's normal. It happens nearly to everybody, right? And that's why CI and CD exist, right? Good. What the fuck is this? Deploy to Hetzner. Come on, man. Come on. Deploy to Hetzner. Alright. You can do it. Alright, great. We're back. Okay, cool. Is this GitHub Actions? Yes, that is correct. Yes. Awesome. Okay, good. Fuck, that was not great, but yeah. All right, good. So that's fixed. All right. I store it on Cloudflare images. All right, awesome. So I think you and Leo asked that same question around 43 times past year. Lazy fucks. It's good to have you around because I can answer the same question all over again. It kind of makes my stream to almost feel like there's some content in here. Huh, what the fuck happened here? Is it? I guess because of the action itself, right? Oh. He left. He left relatively long ago, I would say. I'll have to go soon as well. We're going to the restaurant. Going to the restaurant with my wife and kid. It's actually hilarious that you asked that, because it's almost like he lives in this stream. Whenever I'm streaming, it's like, Leo is not here. What? Really? Like he has something else apart from this stream? It's like, Leo is not here. What? Is that really? Like, poor Leo. He has a life? Really? Oh my god, what a freak. What a fucking freak Leo is, right? I would much rather want you guys to be here sometimes than all the time, right? Because there's no stream out there where you will be able to be all the time. Because at one point you're gonna get bored, right? And also that's why I don't like streaming a lot, right? It's because it's I would get bored myself, you know, just talking to you people, right? To be very honest with you. Thank you everybody for your follows, very much appreciated. Get tag by tag name, get articles by, oh, this is getting the articles. Okay, so this is my bad, this is incorrect, right? So this thing should be I article, right? And then this, so this basically should be if I actually go to this just as a, yeah, so we'll define pretty much the state like this in the types there for the tags now as well. So then our all reducers, which are fairly small, which is good, we'll just say here, we're gonna just replicate what I did here. Just gonna copy paste that guy, right? Yeah, exactly. Tags. States. This is so weird, but yeah, we'll update that at one point. I don't like that at all, but that's what it is. So what do we have? We have basically this. I'll just move that there and then write the types for it. So what do we have? We have articles, right? Pretty much like that. But this should be here, I assume, I article, right? Yeah. And then we have tag info. Let's see if this bad boy is going to help us. Yeah. And then here we just have, and we'll probably should create a type for this, but I'm too lazy right now, so I'll just do this, right? And then we're gonna get over here to this bad boy, and then here we can just say const initial states. And yeah, just replace this bad boy here, right? Okay, cool. Get tags by tag name. Yeah, so we're gonna just do the same, right? So here we're gonna say, I think that, yeah, at this point we should probably just create a tag type, right? So we're gonna say here, let's just get over here and say export interface I tag, right? Just because I keep repeating the same crap all over the place, right? Let's just say I tag here. Oops, I tag, right? Yeah. So I guess this is going to be I tag and then string, right? Yep. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Get all tags. Okay. This is going to be I tag, right? And void, nothing, right? We can just omit this one, I guess. Okay, cool. And then if we get over here, this should be mostly fine, right? Get relative date. Let's just yeah, let's go back to the view and see if it still works. Yes, it does. If I go to tags over here, which it sucks ass, I know. I mean, you can call me your dad if it makes it easier. Play one game. I know that you want me to be your dad. This button beside the stop button, does it clear cache? Which one? This one just clears the console. If you want to clear the cache, you can go to storage here, and then you can click clear site data. Or I think you can do it somewhere here as well. You can right click. You can right click on this refresh, and you can say empty cache and hard reload, right? Yeah, so you can, if you want to clear all the cache, you can right click on the refresh, empty cache and hard reload, or you go to application and then clear a specific type of cache, right? Or all of the cache, depending what it is that you want to do, right? What do I want to do? Yeah, I want to go to store and index. Actually, no, I want to go to the types. No, I don't want to go to the types. I want to go to these types here, yeah. And here I want to say global user articles. What else do we have? We have tags, right? So we're going to say tags, I tags, state, yeah. And then let's just finalize that, and then I need to go. We need to be there at 5. Tag actions, tags, types, index. Where's this crap? Yeah, over here actually. Get articles by tag name, exactly. So yeah, so actually we're not in the context of TypeScript in this file, so yeah, it doesn't actually matter at this point. We could try very quickly switching to it, but no, I know that I'm not gonna make it in time. So let's just yeah, push this and round up for today. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, look, I get it that well, for those of you who've been sticking around this stream, past couple of streams, thank you. I know that this is not super fun. I know that I'm not talking as much as I usually am. This is just the nature of what I'm doing now. I need to not refactor, I need to clean up a lot of things, and there are either two things. I either don't stream and do it off stream, or if I stream, you know, I'm not really very vocal about what I'm doing. For a lot of younger people, less experienced people, this is not very helpful. Hence, it's not fun to watch because I do it pretty fast, and But that's not how it is always, right? Most of the streams I try to help as many people as I can, but yeah, some of the streams I need to do the work, and that's what it is. I know that, yeah, I know that it's not maybe as fulfilling as it can be at times, but yeah, we have to round up some of these things, improve them, clean them up, remove them before we start building new features. And that's how it is. This is how, in a nutshell, is a job of a programmer. I know that you like to troll and listen to crap and talk various types of things. I get that. You have a bunch of streams where you can do that, I'm sure. In this stream, we need to, yeah, I just focus on doing the work for the most part, unless people ask questions, of course. I mean, this stream, of course, I was very focused, but also most of you were very quiet, very silent. You don't have to be. You can always ask a question if you have any, but if you don't, I'll just continue coding. So it's for me, it's good either way. You asking something or not. If not, I'll code my stuff. If you do, yeah. That's how it is. What about Angular code session? I mean, generally this stream is about programmer network platform, so we don't code different things other than what you see here. But if people would ask for that more, then of course I would do it. But you're the first one who asked for an Angular session, so I don't know. Yeah, again, this stream is about building a product, and only one product. For many people that will not be fun to watch, and I get that. And for those who, that don't like it, I suggest, depending how much time will it... I don't think this project will ever be finished. I mean, this is a huge project. This is a huge product, right? It's a platform that has and that can have a bunch of features. So I think better question would be, how long will it take you to either... The thing is, I don't know, right? It really depends. Right now, the product obviously is not achieving certain things that I wanted it to achieve, right? There isn't many people using it, and of course not because, yeah, this is still work in progress and stuff, but this thing is live for a long time now, right? The hardest thing when you're building a product isn't even does it deliver value, it's how do you get customers, how do you get people, right? Because fundamental question is, why would somebody write an article, let's say on Programmer Network now, and not on Medium or DevTO or Substack or any other place, right? So these are fundamental questions, and there are and there are not reasons for that. But you can build anything today, and the hardest thing and the easiest thing is building it. The hardest thing is finding early adopters, finding people who maybe share the same vision. Twitch is not the greatest place for this. A lot of you guys here don't give a shit about people building products, not just my product, any other product. Most of you come here to gain some knowledge, insights, get your questions answered, then you're gone. And I get that. I get that you come here, you want to learn something, more power to you, right? But it's not great for us, let's say, builders, because I've noticed that most people don't actually care what you're building. They're not involved into that. You come, you ask something about the code, you maybe learn something, then you're off somewhere else, right? And then you learn something there, and then you're off somewhere else, right? So it's not really a great place, if I may. That's my kind of 1 year of streaming, past 1 year since I was streaming. That's kind of what I realized. I mean, not many people here actually care about what you're building. It's more about, okay, is the technology that I want to learn? Yes, okay, well, I'm gonna stick around because this guy or this girl, they actually do what I want to learn, right? So it's hard to build an audience here. It's hard to build early adopters here because, again, people actually don't seem to really want to align with what you're doing, right? But yeah, how long will it take it to build? Never, probably, because you can always build so much, right? You can build so many things, and it never ends. So yeah. Well, all right, my friends. Thank you again. Thank you for those of you who've been sticking around. What is to say? Most likely, I think if I take a look at my schedule now, I think I have another stream tomorrow. Tomorrow, obviously, I'm gonna stream 9 p.m. in the evening Copenhagen time. So yeah, if you're around, of course, come. Let's hang out. If you're not, that's what it is. I wish you guys awesome Sunday, and be well, stay well, be smart, work hard, and I'll catch you guys up another time. Peace out, everybody, and cheers. Bye bye. Bye. Bye, everybody.